Well, in our interviews, the interviews that Dr. Cockstein had with him in Raleigh this past week, he's highly intelligent. He's very mature, and he was in a very challenging situation this year. You know, coming off an ACL his last year of high school, their team was not as good as they had wanted to be, and so all those things considered, he had great responses to questions. Very forthright kid, no nonsense, no bull. And we let him know that if we were in a position to take him, and he ended up here, that we were going to give him a lot of love, or we're going to give him the honest truth every day, and we're going to bust his butt to make him as great as he can be.
Does his game remind you of anybody?
Well, he's a great playmaker. I asked him the question, who does your game, who do you think your game is like? He said he thought that he was a bit like Derrick Rose, as a stronger point guard that could slash, create, shoot the ball, make plays, and those kinds of things. And that's not bad. I mean, that's a guy that's a former MVP. So Dennis has got he's got a lot of ability, and we feel he has the ability to improve a lot going forward. And entering the NBA is can be a very humbling thing, but we're going to make sure that he has the support, the education of the necessary steps, to step into this thing the right way. And we believe he's going to be a tremendous player for us, and right away.
Rick, how long was the discussion when you guys got on the clock?
How long was the discussion? Well, once New York was taken, we had confirmation that New York was taking Frank. There was there was a lot of silence until we actually heard the name Frank by the commissioner, and then there was an uproarious group applause, and there was thunders, and so we're very fortunate.
If Frank had fallen,
yes,
was there much of a decision to be made there, or would it have been a hard decision if they were both there?
If he was not there?
If they were both there, Frank and Dennis.
Frank and Dennis? We knew they weren't.
Rick, one of the knocks on...
That's Donnie Nelson and Mike Finley's and mine and Mark Cuban's job is to know those things.
One of the kind of knocks on Dennis was his effort level. Did you see that at all, or do you think that's a fair criticism?
Those were questions that we asked him, and rather than play amateur psychologist and try to give you an answer of what he said, he'll be here tomorrow in the afternoon. What time? Around 2 o'clock, hopefully. And those are questions you can ask him, and he'll welcome them, because he knows he's not a perfect player, and he knows he's not a finished product. And that's one of the things we really like about him.
Where do you see his defensive potential?
Well, there's no player that comes in the NBA game it doesn't have potential to improve defensively. And it's just a fact. It doesn't matter who you're talking about. That's going to be an adjustment. That's something we talked to him about on FaceTime 2 days ago, and that it would be challenging, and that there would be times when some of the veterans are going to play ahead of him for that reason, and that he's going to have to really push and continue to push to learn about the importance of defense, the different dynamics of the NBA. The players at this level are just so much bigger and faster and quicker than college, that there's just going to be an adjustment. There's just no two ways about it.